Hey beautiful souls, welcome to another pick a card reading on the Scene of Tarot with me, Natasha. So this is for all of my singles and we're looking at, are you going to find love soon? So it's yeah, that's the question. So are you going to find someone soon, whether that is just a karmic relationship, whether it is your soulmate, whatever. Are you finding love soon? So we have 3 piles for you guys. We have pile 1 here with the citrine. We have pile 2 with this piece of volcanic rock. Then we have pile 3 at the very end with some pyrite. So have a think which one you are drawn to, and then pop down to the description box below and click on the timestamp, and hopefully you'll be directed to your reading, and I'll see you there. Hey beautiful pile 1, so if you chose the citrine crystal, this is your reading. So are you going to find love soon? Right, so what we're going to do is lay out all the cards and I am going to tell you. So first card that we have, the Lovers. So there you go, the Lovers. You have the Ace of Wands, you have the Hanged Man, and then you have the Page of Cups, and you have Success expands in your life, Gates of Triumph, Watching Clouds, lie back, rest and relax. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. And what do you need to release? So, for your question of, are you going to find love soon? I feel like the answer is yes, you are going to find love soon. Just with the cards that are there, I feel like this is very positive that, you know, you are going to find love. With that sort of Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands is new starts. It can be like creative new starts, but what I'm seeing this as is obviously the start of like a new passion, because you have Ace of Wands and the Lovers. For me, this is both very like kind of more fiery, passionate energy. So I feel like this is definitely, this is going to be somebody that you have a really good, I feel like you're going to have really good like sexual chemistry, as well as having love there. I think it is going to be, there's going to be a lot of lust. That may be how it just initially starts out. Maybe it's going to be more of a friends with benefits kind of setup. But I feel like your next love is coming soon, and I feel like, yeah, you have as well here Gates of Triumph, success expands in your life. So I feel like this is, you know, a very positive sign that love is coming, and it's going to be in your life. It's going to be expanding and growing, and it's just going to be beautiful. And with that kind of transformation as well, a fresh new way of living emerges. So if you've not really been in a relationship before, I feel like for some of you maybe this is going to be sort of your first relationship. It's going to be something different, or maybe for some of you guys it may just feel like a relationship that you've never really had before. Maybe before you've only had shorter term things, and maybe I feel like this is somebody that's going to really, I feel like they're going to bring, with the Lovers here, that is like a kind of deep connection. I feel, and it's like passionate, but I feel like you kind of make a choice to be together. So I feel like there's just going to be a lot of just I just feel like there's going to be so much love there, a lot of passion. And with that watching clouds, I feel like that's with the hanged man watching clouds kind of goes nicely together, in the sense that I feel like this person is going to come into your life when you're kind of not maybe actively pursuing love, when you're not, you know, if you're thinking about it all the time. Sometimes if you think about something all the time and you kind of get really hung up on it and obsessed by it, it almost feels like it gets further and further away. And I feel like this is kind of true in this case. I feel like when you decide to almost like stop looking for love, that's when it's going to like kind of show itself to you. You're gonna bump into it in the shops or something. So I'm just gonna move this down a little. There we go. Like you'll just bump into them somewhere unexpected. And with that hanged man as well, I feel like it is a bit of a card of having patience, not struggling too much, almost like having a different way of thinking about it. So if you have been somebody that has been on all of the dating apps, and like every free chance you get, you're sat there swiping, it may be that you need to kind of switch up your approach. So obviously depends when you guys are watching this. This is a timeless reading, so at the moment, you know, kind of difficult to go out and meet people in bars, etc., or even anywhere, like even like gyms. I know gyms potentially are going to close, like at least in the UK for a little bit. But yeah, switching up your way of meeting someone, getting a new perspective on how to do it. I think by doing that, you're then gonna get some sort of meeting. And I'm just in my head, if you've seen the film The Holiday, where the guy writes music for films, the old guy in there, and they talk about a meet cute, so how two people meet, and it's obviously in films it's like a bit more dramatic and, you know, romantic, but I just feel like this is something that actually, with that Page of Cups as well, it feels like it could be something that is a bit almost like unexpected, a bit dramatic. There could be some serendipity going on at the time, but yeah, I think it's not just going to be you meet someone on Tinder and that's how. I think it's going to be something more than that. It's going to be something much more exciting. And your final card there, so I wanted to try and get a Moonology card to see, you know, for timing, and you did get Waning Moon, so I feel like this is almost like a any time now, because this is something, you know, happens every month. So also I feel like the message here, what do you need to release, is important. So if you are feeling, so I noticed with you guys, your bottom deck energy was the you got 8 of Swords, and then directly underneath that as well is 10 of Wands. So if you guys are feeling very much caught up in your head at the moment, if you've got some just generalized anxiety, if you're feeling overburdened with your life with that 10 of Wands, I feel like there's a need for you to kind of release that. I feel like when you're feeling lighter, when you're not so caught up in your head about things, that's when the real kind of like magic is going to happen. Just by releasing kind of some of your anxieties. It could be that you're starting to get anxious, like, oh my god, I've got to X age and I still haven't met anyone, I'm going to be alone forever. You know, just try not to think like that. Just because you haven't met somebody by a certain age doesn't mean you're going to be like, you're not going to be single forever. So stop like putting yourself under undue mental stress, and yeah, just kind of try as much as you can to like let it go. Also, if you notice this card, what do you need to release, it looks like to me that it's snowing, and you've got these pine trees. So I feel like if you are in the northern hemisphere, obviously my friends in the southern hemisphere, you will be approaching summer right now, I believe. But I feel like for some of you this could be it could be a sign that you're going to meet your person in the winter. So that is everything I'm seeing for you guys. I've kept it nice and short and sweet because I think sometimes these readings don't need to go on too long. So if you enjoyed this, if it resonated with you, please do comment down below. Thank you for being here. If you enjoy this content and you want to see more of my videos, then do remember to hit that subscribe button. I have weekly ones if you do meet someone, or if you're currently in some sort of situationship. Then I have a weekly energy check-in, and throughout November I'm doing some more of these singles readings, so do check them out, and I will see you again in the future. Hey pile 2, if you chose this piece of volcanic rock, this is your reading. So we're asking spirit if you're going to find love soon. So we'll just lay out all your cards and then we'll talk through them. So you have 8 of Pentacles. You have 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting, I keep getting these 2 cards come out, and I literally split the deck, reshuffled, laid them out all today, and they've come out together again, which is very weird. The World, Four of Cups, and 2 of Swords. And then for your oracle cards, let me just double check. I'm really sorry, I'm trying to get these straight on here, but I'm so bad at being able to see if they're straight because I'm sitting at an angle. That looks better, doesn't it, I think? Anyway, you have from Work Your Light, you have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious, take a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. Then you have Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio, which is coming up soon. And then you have You're Very Close to Achieving Your Goal, Gibbous Moon. So, for you guys, what are we seeing for you? I feel like right in the centre of your spread is this World card, which is, you know, a very joyous card. It's all a card. I feel like it's a general like yes card. It's all about celebration and coming to completion. It's just very much a card of celebration. So I feel like this is a sign that you guys are going to be kind of celebrating and will be finding love soon. Especially because I asked, the main reason I wanted Moonology cards is because a lot of them, obviously with the new moon and full moon cards, and with certain lunar events, it kind of gives you some rough idea about timing. So this new moon in Scorpio, this will be literally maybe not next week, but the week after, I imagine, from when I'm recording this. So it is very soon, and as it says here, you're very close to achieving your goal. So I feel like it is not something that is wildly out of reach. Obviously this is a timeless reading, so if you're watching it say in December and we've just had the new moon in Scorpio, it could be still that you're going to find someone soon, because time is obviously very fluid. But just because you watch it doesn't mean necessarily that it is going to be really far away. But I do get a sense that you're another pile where I feel like it is soon. And I think at the moment the reason that you're kind of not finding love is there's some very interesting energies here that I feel like that are kind of almost blocking it at the moment. So you have 8 of Pentacles, so I feel like maybe you are very busy just working on other things, whether that is here with the Pentacles, you're working on your money, on your career. It could be that you have to look after family members if you're a mum or a single dad, and you're having to, you know, you have to raise your own kids. and you know, that all takes up time. So I feel like there is a lot here about, you know, time, and not, and kind of just put, I mean, it's good to put in your career and obviously your money and stuff, but there needs to be like a balance, because this card down here does say a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So, you know, if you're working super hard at the moment, I feel like this and the play card as well, these are signs that you guys really could do with just taking a break. And I feel like this is when you are gonna kind of find love, when you're not so focused on work, when you can start focusing a bit on yourself, you know, focus on some self-love, because when you love yourself, it's much easier to love other people, and other people are more likely to, you know, love you and show that same love, almost like reflect back what you feel about yourself is what they're going to be showing you. So I do feel like you guys need to take a bit of a break. It could be at the moment that you're feeling very stagnant, you're feeling very stuck. As this woman's top says, it says over it. And this could be your dating journey so far as well. If you've been on lots of like first dates and they've all kind of, you know, just sucked generally, then it could be that you're kind of in this kind of apathetic state. You may feel like you've got your heart blocked off at the moment. You kind of got maybe a bit of like anxiety. I'm getting a sense of like dread of going on like another first date. If you're one of these people that has like a serial first dater as well, just that kind of like just not wanting to keep going on first dates. Or maybe if you've just been out of the dating game for a while, you're just worried about kind of getting back into it, because you know it is nerve-wracking going on dates. I've been there, done that. I hate first dates as well, so I feel you. But I feel like as well with this Scorpio card, there is a need for you. Maybe you do have some fears at the moment with that Two of Swords. That to me is somebody that is kind of blocking themselves off because they do have fears. There is a need for you to work through that. Yeah, definitely need for you to work through and release whatever fears that you have, because I feel like once you do that, you're going to be in a much better space to find love. Then you have the Five of Pentacles here. So I feel like maybe in the past you felt like if you have been on hard times, this is kind of reversing now, and you're starting to be able to, you know, see that light at the end of the tunnel. Everything isn't quite as bad anymore, but you know, you're still kind of having a little bit of that energy. So I feel like you guys do just need to find a bit more joy in your life, really. Coming back to that play, and your bottom deck energy is the Ten of Wands as well, so that is very much feeling, you know, a lot of responsibility, a lot of burden. So I do feel like some of you may be single parents and there's just a lot of weight on your shoulders at the moment. You've got a lot to do, but at the end of the day, even though you are parents, you are still people too who deserve love and deserve to, you know, have the best life that you can possibly have. So there is a need for you to balance being a parent, but then also giving back to yourself. So yeah, that's everything that I see for you guys. So I feel like, yes, you are going to find love soon. For some of you it could be very soon indeed with that new moon in Scorpio. There's a need for you just to start to enjoy yourself a little more, take a break from work. By taking a break, that means maybe just you know, have your weekends. If you're somebody that never like always answers your phone, like stop doing that in the evenings. Just take as much of a break from work as you know you possibly can. And yes, that's what I see for you guys. So thank you so much, and I will see you in another video. See you later. Hey pile 3, if you chose the pirate crystal, this is your reading, and we're asking, are you going to find love soon? So let's take a look at your cards and see what Spirit has to say. So good start for you guys. You have 4 of Wands first. You have 2 of Cups. You have 5 of Swords? No, so Page of Swords. And then you have Death, Rebirth. And then you have Happiness. You have Grieving. And then you have the most Moonology cards. You have the answers you need are coming. Full Moon in Gemini. You have adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon. And then you have your dreams need a practical plan. Full Moon in Taurus. So for you guys, I feel like I need to look up when these full moons are to give a good idea about timings. However, I feel like I feel like this next love is a big one. I feel like this is boom, the one. So you have not one, but you have 2 cards that basically speak about you know, deep soulmate level, possibly twin flame if you believe in twin flames. I know some people don't, but just generally very deep soulful connections. With the 4 of Wands and 2 of Cups, this, like, honestly guys, this is such like beautiful energies to get in a love reading. I would be happy with 4 cards. I would be happy to see one of them, but the fact that 2 of them have come up for you guys, this is a big deal. You can see this 4 of Wands, they're kind of celebrating. It is definitely a card about celebrations, good times, but also 4 breaks down to 11, which is seen as a sign of a twin flame. And then the 2 of Cups here, you can see this couple is holding hands, and you've got what looks like kind of just energy flowing out between them. And I think it's almost like the energies are switching cups almost, is how I see this. Like, I feel like your energy, you're going to be able to feel the other person. I feel like there's going to be a very deep spiritual soulful connection between the 2 of you, and generally it's really lovely to see. So then you might be like, but why, Natasha, is there the Death card and a card that says Grieving? And I feel like for you guys there is something at the moment that's obviously been plaguing you, that you've been thinking about for probably quite a long time. So whether this is an ex, whether it could be actual death, maybe if some of you have gone through even like a death of a lover, a death of a family member, but it's anything that's kind of ended that has really affected you, that I feel at the moment. And I think what's kind of held you back is I feel like you haven't entirely gone through this kind of grieving process. So for me in this reading, I'm seeing this as definitely more of a rebirth. There's a need for you to have like really finally finished that grieving process, draw a line under it, and then have this rebirth, be ready to meet the next person you're going to fall in love with. It's interesting because you've got 2 of these blue butterflies, so you've got the blue butterfly and the happiness card as well. So I do think there is some work you probably need to do on yourself. First, maybe you thought that you were totally over a previous relationship, but actually maybe you're not quite as over it as you would like to think, which is totally fine. But there's just a need for you to work on that, work through those emotions. And I think you're gonna, with that Page of Swords, I think you're gonna have almost like this kind of realization. And this can be a card about speaking your truth. It could be speaking your truth to someone else, but I feel like it's admitting the truth to yourself, that maybe you're not quite as healed as you thought, maybe you haven't quite moved on as much as you thought, and you feel like maybe right here the kind of balancing on that sword, like it looks sturdy, but it could be a little bit scary, and I feel like this is where you're at the moment. Maybe you're just not quite ready to take that first step, but I think at the moment there's a need for you to focus on that grieving process and focus on your own happiness first, putting your own happiness at the forefront of your life. So just do things that make you happy, whatever that is for you. Don't worry so much about other people if possible, and I think by doing that you're going to put yourself in a much better place about finding someone. So the 2 full moons, so Gemini season, I remember Gemini season is, we must be coming up to full moon in Gemini soon, I would have thought, because the last full moon we had was full moon in Taurus, wasn't it, I believe? So it might be full moon in Gemini next. I really can't remember. My brain's gone. I feel like these are kind of soonish as well, at least in the next coming months. So I feel for you guys, I feel like you might actually meet this person soon, but sometimes with these deeper, soulful connections, sometimes there can be a lot of like mirroring. So if you're also going through this kind of healing process, your person might be doing the same. So you guys might meet, and maybe you're not going to get together straight away while you're kind of working through this, but I feel like you'll both be mirroring each other, which is interesting. But I feel like, yeah, it says here the answers you need are coming. So if there's been something that has been stopping you from this like grieving process, from moving on, maybe something it's done, but maybe there's been closure that you've needed, or maybe you're not quite over, maybe you've been on a break or something like that. But I feel like soon you are going to get those answers. The adjustments are required. I feel like this is what we've been speaking about going through, grieving, about putting your own happiness first. I feel like by doing those shifts, it's going to really help you find love. And then over there it says your dreams need a practical plan. This could just be a general message from Spirit, but I do think it is based more on the timing of full moon in Taurus. So guys, do check out when that is for you, because obviously this is a times reading. Just because I recorded this in November doesn't mean that you guys are going to be watching it then. So check out when these full moons are, because it may give you an indication of when that is. Yes. And then your bottom deck energy is the Hierophant. So this is, for me, in this like love reading, I feel like this is a sign of commitment. I feel like this person is going to be somebody that you do have. I feel like it could be someone that you do have a marriage with, a long-term relationship with, that kind of staircase going up towards the light. I feel like, yeah, this is just another sign that it's like a very deep spiritual connection, because Hierophant can be as well about being connected to spirit and sort of your higher self, which I feel like is definitely something that this relationship could bring about. So that's what I see for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, please do remember to comment, give a big thumbs up. Do hit subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and it does help my channel grow and reach more people. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again in another reading.